Welcome everyone to the Emerging Talent Programs podcast. So the Emerging Talent Program is set up to provide upcoming filmmakers and content makers a platform for them to showcase their wonderful work and also to utilize the years of experience PixStone Images has in the industry. We're going to be meeting Jasmin Domochali. She's the Assistant Director for Hope and Glory. And Hope and Glory is a fairly interesting project in our heart. Jasmin Domochali, she has a background in editing and shooting, and she specializes in documentaries. And now her career path is kind of taking her more into the assistant director roles. So Jasmin, welcome to the podcast.
Yeah, hey, welcome. Thank you for having me.
So how are you doing today? How's everything going?
I think it's good because you actually maybe don't know, but today's my birthday. So, yeah, surprise. So I'm good. I already had some presents, which is nice. Some calls. So yeah.
But yeah, birthday. So what do you have planned for your birthday?
Not much actually, because I still have some work to do. Next week we start shooting for another project.
Right.
So there's also some work to do. But maybe I will meet some friends later on, drink some coffee, have some cake.
So you're from Germany, and I have traveled to Germany once. And there was always this really famous cake, the Black Forest cake, right?
Mm-hmm.
I think. Yeah, and the thing is, in India as well, growing up, I've seen a lot of Black Forest cake. I've eaten a lot of it was one of these fascinating things when you were growing up as a kid. You keep seeing this cake called the Black Forest cake in your local bakeries.
Mm-hmm.
It's in India, this is what I'm saying. In India, it's this black color cake with this white little thing on top and some cream in between. Very, very different from the actual Black Forest cake which I had.
That's indeed very different, because here you have cherries and I don't know what it's kind of made, but it tastes very good. I like it.
Right, yeah.
But did you like it or not?
I have to be honest, I didn't like it a lot.
Yeah, it's different. If you expect something else, well, then I can imagine it tastes weird.
Yeah, I mean, it didn't taste weird per se. It was just really alcoholic.
Mm-hmm.
So the Black Forest area. So I was like, yeah, I have to try the ham. I have to try the cake.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, that was great. Oh my God, the sandwiches I had, that were amazing. But cake was yeah. You're going to be an assistant director in a film in a couple of weeks. Can you talk a little bit more on that? What are you working on?
Yeah, sure. It's a project where it's a short film, first of all, about 10 to 15 minutes again. We have 10 days of shooting, and its main cast is about 5 people. And my job is to, it's different because we have a small team, so a lot of things I have to do are maybe also producer jobs, and they are all you have no boundaries, you could say. But Monday we start shooting, and we have some part shooting in the south of Germany, and some part shooting in Austria. And the storyline is we are in a village in Austria. It's 1914, where the First World War just started.
Yeah, this just started, right?
Yeah, it just started. And this was also one of my jobs. It's now, sorry, that was German. Now in the pre-production, because I did some research on the background story, like what are the time we are playing in, the exact dates.
Yeah.
So I took the script, read it, and looked out for some keywords. We have one scene that's talking about one specific time in history, which is just one date. It has to be that date. It cannot be another one, because that's when the war started with Austria and Serbia.
Yeah.
So that's where was my anchor point, and then I looked it up where we could have the other dates of the script. And then we had some how do you say it in English? Some practice. All the cast comes together and they talk about the script and do all the stuff.
The round table where they kind of read the script.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah.
So also for the rest of the podcast, sometimes I don't know the words. I just tend to talk around them.
No, that's okay.
But yeah, when you understand me, that's all. That's the storyline. Is we're in an Austrian village. We have a family, one woman and her parents, and the woman is like not like the stereotypical woman. She loves planes. She wants to fly so bad, and she has a friend of hers who's you could say postman, who comes every 3 weeks from Vienna to bring the post and newspaper and stuff. And and he has, of course, a plane, because how should he arrive in the village? And her dad is also into planes, and with him she's building a small plane out of wood and stuff. And then in the end, basically, she wants to escape all the stereotypical stuff you have in an Austrian village, because there when she stays in the village, she's going to be what every other woman is.
Exactly, yeah. These certain norms which you kind of have to play, and this is back in 1914. It's still not great now.
Yeah, like, true. So not a lot has changed, but it's going to be a story about a woman who is interested in technical stuff, and not everyone is taking her seriously. So it's showing like you can do what you want, because if you know that you're good in it, which she is, she knows how to fly. She knows how to repair a plane. So why shouldn't she go and be a pilot?
What do you think? You know, if there's like a path to kind of get more diversity, get more inclusion, because again, it's diversity it's always played into a certain kind of role of like, you know, right now we have to do ABC, but in terms of inclusivity, like, what do you think are the steps?
I think it's in Germany most of the time. You don't have to send a picture now with your your, tell me what's the word when you send an application.
Yeah.
With your application, because then when you have no picture of the person, you just look to the facts, and then when you see the facts, you can better say if the person is fitting on the position or not.
Right. Basically not creating a sort of bias even before you read into what this person can contribute, not you know,
I think that's a good step. And also with like, it's easier said than done for most people, I think, but we kind of have to get this stereotypical thing out of our head when we look at a person and we think, oh, that person is I don't know, this person is female, she cannot carry that heavy box with her. Like, this is just a thought, because also like men who are like not so strong can also not carry that one, but you would never assume that that person cannot carry it because it's just male. I had to say it more often, but now everyone is taking me seriously at my workplace and know what I can do, because I had to tell it very often. But I think because I started it like that, the person after me has not as much so many problems to say it or to be recognized as the real person who knows her stuff or his stuff or whatever.
Yeah, you kind of want to like lay that foundation so that it becomes.
And I think someone has to start, because that's also like some people are saying, yeah, because why do I have to start? I mean, sure, it's not the greatest way to be the first one, because the first one has the start one, and I'm not saying I was the first one, but with every person doing,
it gets a little bit better.
It gets a little bit better, yeah, sure. And that's, I think, also having so said allies, if you can call it them, because I also have some colleagues who are trying to, when we have new colleagues, younger ones, apprentice. Do you say it like that? Apprentices?
No, it's apprenticeship.
Apprenticeship is the thing you do.
Yeah, and apprentice. Even I
Apprentice,
did,
yeah.
like I had a little brain fart moment. Even I wasn't.
Because when they have an apprentice, they just treating them like one, like an equal.
Right,
So
yeah,
that's the way. I believe that it's possible to have at some point an equal realization of the people you work with in uh, also meaning like for me it's like male dominized
right.
working place, but also the other way around. Like we have in first teachers who are in the down classes, like first class, second, third, and fourth.
Right.
That's
So
most
you're
of the time women, and they're
But as the education level starts progressing, you start seeing more men in the industry, right?
yeah.
And I mean that was one of the things as well when it comes to equity and diversity. That's why I say it shouldn't be just like we shouldn't have like diversity in the angle of just having diversity for sake of numbers. You know, we shouldn't be bottled down to numbers because then it's very easy. Okay, so if I have a company of let's say a certain number of people, then it's very easy to be like, okay, I can just get like 500 assistants who are women and meet the numbers up. Whereas all the top level management are all men, and
Yeah.
yeah, so you see the disparity there. So technically, in paper, you are meeting your diversity numbers, but it doesn't solve any problems because it's not reaching out to where it should be. You know.
Yeah, true.
And, yeah, and that is something which is still predominant. You brought a really good point up with the teacher thing. Yeah, like as levels progress, and once it comes to universities and that sort of thing, it's again a fairly male-dominated industry, if I'm not wrong.
Yeah. I think
Yeah.
it's like you have to do kind of both, because some people you have to force to have diversity, if you may say it like that, and some people, and if you have them forced to do it, and then other people will see, oh, okay, I could also do that, and don't tend to look, if they have the choice between a male and a female, they will not look at either gender, but just look at the facts. And if the male one has just the better facts, then of course you can take him. But if the woman one has the better facts, why not take her? And I recognize that it's not so as easy as I might thought it would be, because as I said, I work on sets and I'm editing and stuff, and when we are on set and we are looking for some new positions to people to put on positions, you just see like the same gender dominated places. Like in production you have more females, in technical jobs you have more males. It gets better, you have to say, and in the next project we have a camera woman, so that's also good.
Your work environment and stuff, how is that? The off-screen life, like, the assistant director, the editing side of things, like I just want to kind of enter into your world in that sense.
It's very diverse, if you could say that, because like one set is not the same as the other, and of course with Mad Max it was very strongly like that, because with every shooting block we had also new people on set, because it was just like a passion project, you may say. And so we had 7 shooting blocks, if I'm not wrong. I joined at the 3rd one. And well, the main team of course stayed the same with camera and director and producer and stuff, but all the other persons tend to change. So it was cool, it was fun, it was crazy. With every set what you have to do is, or what I have to do is, I have to learn a lot of names, which is so difficult. I'm so bad with names.
Same. I have this mental block where it's the funniest thing ever. Where if I shake someone's hand, right, and they tell me their name, and I will go prepared for this like handshake. I'll be like, Bryan, listen, remember this person's name. Remember this person's name. I have no idea why. Whenever I shake someone's hand and they tell me their name, I will instantly forget. Instantly. Even though I've got prepared for this, it, it I have no words. I don't know how to explain it. It gets me in a lot of bad situations because sometimes there's like some really big meetings and I'm meeting some important people and I have no idea what their name is.
Yeah, me too. So the light department, camera, costume, makeup, everyone is like talking back to me saying, yeah, I need 5 minutes, I need 10 minutes. For the next shot, I need to do this, special effects. We have, I also have to keep track which scenes have special effects and where I have to remind them, okay, we have special effects, we need some more minutes to set them up, to test them maybe. Then also I have to, because at Mad Max, the directors are also the producers, so they have also a lot of things on their mind on set. So I was basically keeping track of what we wanted to do, what's the next thing to do, telling them, oh, did you talk to Daniel, our main actor, about the next scene? Does he know that we have this picture and then we are going to do that one and so on? So that's basically what I did on set. Also keeping track that everyone is drinking enough. Stay hydrated always. And pre-production it's a lot of... Well, with Mad Max it's a little bit different than with... the project I'm shooting next week because here the directors, the producer and me, we are all in Munich, so we can meet up, and we also did some practice with the actors, round table readings here in Munich all together. And with Mad Max we were split up in different cities. One director in Berlin, one in Heidenheim, and me in Munich. So that was not a lot of practice pre-production, but more shooting block pre-production, how do we get everything to our set. The shooting block 4 was in it's called Thüringen, I think, or Sachsen, I don't know, in the middle part of Germany. So we were at the old, how do you say it, where the plane starts, you know, it's a big
like the airport, the field.
The field where it's a lot of
they say
space.
Planes are in taxi. They call it taxiing is usually the word where like a plane is waiting to take off, you know.
And it's I don't know if you call it hangar as well in English.
Hangars are, I think, why you store the planes are like kept.
Yeah, that was our set. That was the inside, and outside was like where the planes in the past could take off, which means there was nothing there. No toilets, no electricity, no, not even phone signal. There was nothing. So we had to...
Any fun events, like someone, I don't know, something. Any fun story?
Yeah, it was very difficult to keep track of people coming later to the set because... and that was kind of my job in pre-production together with the producers. So I was kind of a production assistant as well, more than a first AD at some point. But I would say the most difficult thing was because we were shooting in the beginning of the year most of the time, like January, February or March. It was also very cold in Germany at that point. And it's not a winter movie, but the desert movie.
Summery desert.
So keeping everyone warm was the most difficult thing to do.
Post-apocalyptic type, you know, like get up and and it has a style to it. And people not going to be having a lot of clothes on them, and German winters must be hard.
That was very difficult. I mean, Daniel could probably sing a song about that, how much he froze, because, well, when you see the movie, you will see some points where he has almost nothing on. It was still March with maybe 5 degrees outside.
Like we're hearing all of this, I'm so happy. We're VFX Studio. We do all the things back end. All our work on Hope and Glory happened in a nice, comfy.
So
you're doing.
it's the first. It's like the how do you wait? It's a official broadcasting service in
Okay.
Germany.
Right, nice. So you're doing that, and you've done first AD with Hope and Glory. You're also, what's the name of the Austrian film? Like
It's called Flügge, which is a German word.
Flügge.
yeah, good.
I had Duolingo and I learned a little bit of German.
Nice.
Yeah. When it comes to Jasmin Domochali, like, where do you see yourself? What is the ideal role you kind of want to be? The ideal person, what's your place in this industry?
Well, I always wanted, and I think that goal hasn't changed so much.
Right.
I always want to do my own movie as a director, but
Right.
well, the dream would be like I could pay everyone the amount they need to be paid, and we have enough time to shoot everything, which is like utopian. Because of that goal, I did this apprenticeship at the German TV, where I learned all about shooting, editing, audio, recording, and all kind of stuff in the basis, in the basic knowledge. Because I thought if I know every department a bit, maybe I can direct them better. Also, no one can tell me that it needs 30 minutes to put up one light and one tripod, because I know it's not that long. For example.
It's just like a little quick fire shot thing. So I'm gonna ask like a bunch of random things. Let's quickly, but I'm a very opinionated person, so I am going to judge you. I'm just going to ask you a bunch of like random things. So, favorite spot in Germany?
Speicherstadt in Hamburg.
I didn't understand a word you just said.
Now you can judge me. Just kidding. No, in Hamburg.
Hamburg, yeah.
They have a spot which is called the Speicherstadt, which is near the what is it called? Where all the ships.
Okay, the dock, like a shipping dock.
Yeah, the docks, right.
Yeah.
And near the dock, there's a it's a lot of buildings, and it looks very beautiful. And there's also it's called Elbphilharmonie. It's a gigantic place where you have orchestra. I cannot.
Orchestras.
Orchestras, right? Yes, I cannot pronounce that word. Where you have orchestras playing. It's pretty new, and you can, for free, you can walk up and look over the docks of.
Nice.
Of Hamburg.
Yeah, that sounds nice.
Which is very beautiful, in my opinion.
Besides the names, probably a little hard for people who are.
Yeah, for people not in Germany, but Elbphilharmonie, I would have said maybe, because then if you Google Elbphilharmonie, then you know the place.
Favorite movie?
Kung Fu Panda 1. I love that movie. I just watched it so many times. Yeah. And of course, they're always good movies, and but if I would, I could always watch Kung Fu Panda.
Right. In animated, I think, have you ever seen Ratatouille? That's my first. Ratatouille is a beautiful movie.
Yeah, true.
I love that story. Yeah. But I think my favorite movie of all time, Inglourious Basterds. I don't know if you've seen it.
No, I haven't seen that one. Yeah. Shame on me, I know, but.
What do you want to direct? Like, you have like a fantasy of like.
I don't have that one fantasy, but I like the genre of crime. I would love to do like crime thriller a bit, because I like these genres. I know that what I'm currently working on is way different, but I don't have Like, I have no problem doing different genres, but I think if I would do something, I would try to do some crime-ish thing with, because I love crime stories or fantasy, because this is kind of a childhood dream, you would say. But I have one book, which is a fantasy book, which I read already, I don't know, 10 times, 20 times as a kid. I think it's only in Germany, but it's called Arkadien Erwacht, and it's about it's a mafia family.
Okay.
And they are two teenagers from two different families. Of course, they fall in love. It's a bit cheesy, but the fantasy stuff is that they change into animals.
The crime part is coming in as well because it's a fantasy story about mafia.
It's the mafia one is the crime part, and the fantasy part is they can change into animals, and every family has their own animal. Yeah, I told you it's cheesy.
No, I mean it's great.
It's a childhood dream.
Okay, yeah. If you haven't gotten into directing, editing, and stuff like that, what would you have done?
And difficult, but I think I don't know if I could have done that, but I've tried to go into the police work.
Wow.
Because I said I love crime. I do really like crime and solving crimes. So maybe...
If you like crime, you have to be... Okay. Oh, you said solving crimes, but I was like, if you like crime, you're a criminal, right? Ideally.
True. I have also heard a lot of podcasts talking about the first female serial killers, and there was a good a career choice because no one ever expected you to be a serial killer.
Any sports you play?
Yeah, I play football.
Oh, you play football?
Yeah.
Oh, nice. What position?
Keeper.
Even I'm a goalkeeper.
Yeah.
I just played a game yesterday as well. Yeah. Like, how far have you gotten? Like, do you just play for fun, or like, have you ever gotten the league setup? Like,
I play in leagues, but not high leagues.
This is where I'm probably going to judge you. Favorite food?
I can tell you my favorite food is changing. At the moment, I love summer rolls. It's a Japanese, like with rice paper, and then you put stuff inside, and then you roll it.
Yeah. The sushi, right?
Yeah, but it's without rice. It's rice paper.
Okay.
And then you put glass noodles inside and stuff of your liking.
Okay. So it's a summer roll, right? I think I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Not a salmon roll, right? Yeah. I know
not salmon, but summer.
Summer roll. Yeah, I got that.
Yeah, that's what I currently like.
One place you would like to visit and one place you would like to live in?
I like to visit the eastern part of Asia. Every country that's been there, like China, also India, never been there, Japan, and all like.
Right. Yeah.
The countries there, because I've visited most of Europe, of course, and North America, but and also Africa, just countries I haven't been to. Living, if I would have enough money, I think either London or some city in Scandinavia, like Copenhagen or somewhere.
Right. That's such a different thing.
It's I know it's different because I love London and stuff, but if you want to stay in a country, you also have to think about the country and how it's ruled. So then I wouldn't choose UK. You know what I mean? But I love the vibe of London.
Yeah.
And I also haven't been to Copenhagen and stuff, so I would have just needed to visit it, and then I could say if I could live there.
3 unique things about yourself. Last question.
I am a very good listener. Yeah, that one. I think it's unique. Like, if you want to tell me something, I could just listen all the time and don't say something like you don't want to hear anyway. Maybe something unique is also I'm good with finding solutions to problems.
Okay.
Any kind of prompt, even if it's just as simple as very simple, like we wanted to cook tomato sauce, but we don't have tomatoes. What do we do now? Like very simple.
What is the solution though?
Well, depending on what you have in your fridge, I mean, you can also take ketchup. If you have some cream, you can cream, tomato paste, and water. Yeah, you can be creative.
So, anyways, Jasmin, thanks for being part of the podcast. Like, hope you have a great day. And everyone, you can follow Jasmin at J Domochali on her Instagram. So it is JDOMOCHALI. You can see the spelling on the bottom.
Yeah, thank you. It was nice.
Yeah, thanks.